How long did both of you know each other, Twan and Bri?
Mm.
Like
How long we know each other, Bri? Like 2 years?
2 years now, I think. Yeah.
About 2 years.
And I never met Bri. That's crazy.
Nah, I met her in Korea, fool. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, makes sense.
tight
Makes
shit,
Yeah.
sense.
tight shit. Yeah.
So, what state you in? Are you still out there?
I'm in Arizona.
Oh, you're in Arizona now. Okay, bet. Like it out here?
It's alright.
Sound like not
All right.
really.
Yeah, not really, not really.
She gotta go to Phoenix. That's cause she over there in Sierra Vista. I mean, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell the location, but she
yeah, yeah,
down
yeah.
there.
Don't be,
My bad,
He trying to hot up the
my
vibes. He trying to hot up a spot,
bad.
dog. That's crazy. But I want to start off with this, right? So I saw something on Snapchat. It's a little bit of a scenario that happened to this one woman. So, and I'm gonna kind of keep it brief because it's a little bit of a story. So she opened it out by talking about a lot of men are out here looking for women to finance their lifestyle. So from there, I was like, okay, let's see what's going on here. So apparently, she had a co-worker and she brought lunch for this co-worker. She bought him lunch and as well as she'll cook food from home and then bring it to lunch for him. So at times she'll come to work and then she have food and he'll ask like, hey, you ain't bring no food for me? You know, that kind of vibes.
hmm
I think all of us have kind of dealt with that sometimes, depending on what kind of situation is that. In the military, I've done it sometimes jokingly, but dude, we're taking it a little bit too far. So she was like, I don't mind sharing food because we all gotta eat. But then she was looking at that. Okay, they make the same salary. He has a wife. She has a kid. So she feel kind of weird. Like, okay, every day he's asking me for some of this food. So she said at least twice a week he would literally like essentially be looking for her to provide lunch for him. And they said on the day in question, they went out the office and on the way back they stopped at the bakery. So she said the guy got out the car knowing that he didn't even have his wallet. He left his wallet in the office. So we already know what type of time he on already.
hmm
So she went to the bakery, got a cheesecake, gave the lady $10, and the lady gave her back $3 change. So apparently, dude literally told her, wow, a whole $3? That's exactly the price of this cupcake. That's kind of crazy, but we're gonna continue. So she was like, "No, you have women all over the place. Ask one of them to give you some money. I'll feed you enough." Apparently, they got into a whole argument about the $3 and this cupcake, and she was venting at this point. She was like, for every 4 times she's bought lunch for him, he I think brought her a drink like one time, and then he said not that she's keeping count, but when she's giving out, and it's kind of like on his end expected to get lunch now, she expect you to do something in return. So then she closed it up like, man, why people always talk about women looking for men's money, but nobody talks about men looking for women's money. We're gonna start with you, Bree, because this is more in your wheelhouse. Have you ran into any situation where men has been kind of looking for you? Not to, I won't say to be that provider, but you feel like they were kind of like being begging.
Yeah, but I think that's based off my generosity. Like, so when I'm with somebody, I also like to provide, but not in a sense of like, oh, providing the stability that men try to provide, but just doing little thoughtful things here and there. And I think
Hmm.
sometimes men will take advantage of it and then it's an expectation. So I think, yeah, that is something like it's talked about a lot, like men or women looking for men to provide, but nobody talks about some of the men that are also moochers as well. Like even friends, in a sense. I've had it more so happen with friends rather than a significant other. But like a
Hmm.
lot of my male friends will be like, ah, Bree, you got it. Ah, Bree, you got it. And the thing I hate the most is being called like big money as a female. Cause it's like, nah, I already know what type of time you on right there. Like, nah, nah. So yeah, like
Nah,
I've ran into it, but I don't know. I think men run into it more often.
yeah, I think by nature men will run into it. What do you think about that situation, Tuan?
That nigga is using her for her financial. You know what I mean?
What you say? You
I
think
mean,
that
let me
he
be
used?
honest, bro. I'm so I'm different, gang. Like I ain't never asked a female for nothing, and I get love languages, acts of service, and stuff like that, and being nice. But I don't know, bro. I don't know that dude is using her. that's how we get used. You feel me? So it's kind of like the same thing. They do to us, we doing to them. So I don't know what to say.
Nah, that shit crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, right? So Bree, when you said that big money line, dude, I just see a post about that shit the other day on Facebook. They was like, man, as soon as the dude come in here talking about big money or Miss Racks or whatever it is, you already know what type of bullshit he had. And I ain't gonna lie. I have said it before, but not like I was trying to get. I was joking for real. Like, same with Twan. I ain't never really ask no woman like, hey yo, come on, like that's weird as hell.
Yeah, no, that's
Like,
crazy.
You
yeah,
know,
you
I,
think
I
that right?
think I think that's acceptable more so from women. But men doing shit like that, I feel like that's some bum ass shit, yo. I mean,
Yeah,
it's embarrassing, honestly. Yeah, patience is just a friend bringing you food. Cool, do it once or twice. But then when you start expecting it to the point where you willing to argue over $3 that you expected to give, that's the
Hey, to me that
bummiest
shit
shit.
sound important.
Oh my
And then
gosh,
what
that's
made
just
it worse?
embarrassing.
What made it worse is the man have a wife, dude. Like, imagine like your wife got hear about this. Like, yeah, you went to the bakery and was arguing with a next woman over $3 to buy you a cupcake. That's what make it even worse too. That
Yeah,
you trying to buy a cupcake, bro. You arguing over $3.
yeah, nah.
Your
Yeah, you
song
tripping.
ain't real. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know what's
that's a
going
little
on.
sucks. Like I don't. He should have just the fact that he even $3 change. That's just the right amount I need
You're
for a
right.
cupcake. That's what the hell.
That shit corny. But I do want to ask you this, Bree. Since we kind of on that topic, and I don't want to make a whole new part of it. But could you be in a situation where or have you been in a situation where you're the breadwinner in the relationship, or would you be open to that kind of dynamic with a guy that you would go in a relationship with?
So I have been in a relationship in that dynamic, but it wasn't like a big difference in money, like per se. But I think for me, the biggest thing is like, as long as you have like dreams and ambitions that you're working towards and you show
Mhm.
that, you're hardworking, you're not just comfortable sitting around at like, oh, I'm making this much, I'm comfortable. Like, as long
Mhm.
as you want more for yourself, then I can deal with that. Like, because I know I want more for myself and I'm going to put forth the work to get after more money. So it's like, as long as you on that same type of time, I can deal with it.
Twan, what do you think? I ain't gonna ask you, Farah, because we just essentially had this pod last pod.
Right,
So,
right.
Farah, what you think? I'm not Farah, Twan. Could you be in a relationship where your woman is the breadwinner, or would you feel a way about it?
Me personally, I'm gonna feel a way about it. You feel me? Because I just know how women operate for the most part. You know what I mean? And not to assume every woman is the same, but for the most part, in the conversations that I had recently with a couple different women, they basically they they can put up for a certain while, but after a certain like time, they not gonna take care of a grown ass man. If that makes sense. So if I'm like slacking or behind, like essentially, I feel like my spot is like limited. You feel me? So
Mhm.
for me, it's like yeah. I don't even feel comfortable in that situation either. You feel me? So I don't know. It's kind of
I feel it. I feel it. Well, that was a little dope opening topic. But without further ado, Farah, you don't gotta do the Yagazals. I can't do that shit, bro.
So I guess I'll take it away. Y'all black is on now. It's your boy Farai. I am the co-host for today because your boy Webb is taking the wheel.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know what fucking time it is, man. It's your boy, the fucking luxurious, the bearded. It's your boy, fucking Web, like Farah say. That's my co-host for the day. Today we got with us two new faces. This is two new faces to everybody because most of our viewers right now is the Virgin Islands viewers. So for a lot of the viewers, these is two new faces who they never saw before. First, I'm gonna start with my dog. For those who know me pretty personally, I know this man has like my partner in crime. I don't see him home at this point in the VI. Yeah, I don't see him us out in Atlanta. Yeah, I see us out in Arizona. More places coming soon, you know what I'm saying? But my dog, the international fucking Gallus, the real head honcho in charge, my right hand for real, man. I got my boys Titi and Twan in this bitch, man. What you saying, Twan?
What's the word? What's the word? Thank y'all for having me on the show, gang. Thank y'all for having me on the show. Stop over exaggerating. Hey, stop overhyping me up, man.
And then we got a new face for all of us. Twan decided he had a woman who could really speak well, have some strong thoughts on some topics. So he said, you know what, I want to bring on the pod. We say, hey, fuck it, we could use a different perspective on the pod. So we have Bree. She said she don't want nothing else. So we just say it's just Bree. It's
Just
just
Bri.
Bree.
Just breathe.
All right, just Bree. How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Bet. So we like to kick things off a little bit different. This is my favorite segment. Every episode, before we get into the nits and gritties, I like to give gratitude and just give thanks for something that happened in the last week. It could be anything small, anything big. Give thanks to your mom. Give thanks to God. Give thanks to life. Whatever it is you want to give some gratitude for. Fire right, kick us off, man.
Yeah, so I'll keep it simple this week. I'll give thanks to God. Y'all know my daughter been going through a lot, and with the successful surgery and everything, we actually been cleared to fly back to the Virgin Islands. So happy about that. So giving thanks to God.
Oh yeah, brother.
Twan, talk to me.
Yeah, I give thanks to God, my friends. I want to give thanks to my mama as well. She put some encouraging words in my ear. You know what I mean? In times when I need it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Fool.
Bree, how you feeling?
For me, it's all glory to God. I'm just keep on moving forward, and getting through school and work. So, yep.
Fair. Well, for me, you gotta give thanks to Jah Rasta fucking far right, man. But nah, man, give thanks like everybody should. Give thanks to God for real, man, and specifically for resiliency. You know what I'm saying? You got some stuff that's going on for me that takes a lot of resiliency to be able to deal with. So I give thanks to be able to be patient with myself and not be too hard on myself to continue pushing and doing what we need to do. And per usual, as promised, we have another wine for this week. The wine of the week is Astra Bella Black, semi-sweet dark red blend. So it seems like Stella is the measuring stick for everybody. So compared to Stella, this is in the ballpark of sweetness. It's not as sweet as Stella, in my opinion, but it's pretty much close to there. Pretty not too bad. Would I buy it again? Probably not, because I don't really do sweets too much. Yeah, I'm more of a dry wine kind of person. Like this, I'll fly through this. You know what I'm saying? But Astra Bella, that's your wine of the week. It's cheap. Pick it up in Walmart or wherever you get your wines from. But let me jump in, man. Let me jump in. Today is gonna be some entertaining topics, I would say. Like, definitely some entertaining topics that you've seen all over the place. So
Mm.
one of the biggest things was, and I actually seen somebody talk about this recently, but platonic friendships between men and women. Some people on one side say it can exist and everything is culture and cool. On the other side, people is like, nah, they ain't going for it. Any takers on who want to open up their thoughts and that?
I
Y'all
think
want me
Twan
to?
should.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I done. He done shaking his
Oh
head,
my God.
gritting his teeth.
All right, I want to start this by saying, like, I do think it can exist. You know what I mean? But I really feel like it's very rare for that to exist. You know what I'm saying? With people being able to have different agendas and stuff like that, and I'm gonna also reflect on like the couple of the stories that I hear from when I have my conversations with these ladies, and then also from me being the type of guy I am, where I fuck niggas hoes for real. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's be real, right? All right, so like I want
Yes,
to
anyway,
start
hold
this
up.
off.
Hold up. You see how the man said I was hyping and I was gassing. You see how
Nah,
the man
but
opening his take that
I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more. I past tense. I fucked ed at the end. But
Yeah, go
nah.
ahead.
So let's start it off like right with platonic. We know what platonic means, not sexual, right? And then let's
Mhm.
talk about friends. All right. So I wrote down the definition of friends. I did my little research. I ain't gonna lie. I got prepared for this. You know, this is my favorite. It's my
All
favorite
right.
topic. You know what I mean? So all right, bet. So look, we gotta define a friend. What's a friend, right? A person who one knows, right? And I got to ask you this question real quick before I move on to the next part of the definition.
Go ahead.
This is the question I want to ask. Do you consider everyone you know to be your friend?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Right? Because you
No.
can know your enemies and stuff like that. All right,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So let's go to the next segment of friends,
It's like I
right?
in class.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. It says,
All
and
right.
with one who has a mutual affection, has a bond of mutual affection. Okay,
Mm.
what that mean, right? Y'all got the same kind of understanding, same agreement. Y'all got the same feelings towards each other, just friends, right? So we know this, right? It says
Uh,
typically means usually, or in most cases. So we're gonna put that out there. But it says exclusive of sexual or family relations. So now let's go back to what platonic friends is, right? And this is my take on it, right? I feel like it can happen if that definition is like really like if it's really like you guys are really just friends. Feel me? Like y'all both had the same intentions, the same whatever.
mm.
But then I gotta ask you a question. In order, I mean, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm messing up.
Do you think, dog?
So with that being said, we know the definition of friends, right?
All right.
So you know how females come to you and they be like, "Oh no, he's just my friend."
Mm.
We as men, I don't know about y'all. I mean, I know me personally. When I'm around niggas, we talk about what women all the time and da 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 da. So with
Mm.
that being said, and how we look at women, that with being said, I feel like for females, if that is your friend, you you should act. You know what I mean. You should ask that up front. Like you feel me.
Mm.
If you don't ask that up front, and you assume that he's just doing nice things and nice gestures because you feel like he's your friend, then I feel like y'all got another thing coming. You know what I'm saying? Because I
But
know
this the
men
thing.
personally will play that game with you for years, and then you know what I mean. We want something
They say
different. We
try and
got a
get in the
different agenda,
box.
pretty much. So, like I say, it's there, but you gotta make sure you gotta make sure that's what it is. You feel me? Like I don't know how to explain it, but I
So,
9 times out of 10, after all the niggas I've been around, that's not it all the time. That's not the case
so
for all the time.
you personally, what you say? Can your girl, your shorty, have
Hell no.
male?
Hell no. If a female want to deal with me and she got male friends, first of all, she already discluded herself because I fucked a lot of my female friends. Damn,
Oh,
on dead.
I
no
was about
diddy,
to
no
say.
diddy.
On dead. So me personally, once I hear a female say she got male friends, for me personally, already I'm no go, right?
So,
Because I feel like this as well, like gang, like people, everybody's capable of cheating. Let's just throw that out there. Everybody capable of cheating. During the right
mm,
circumstance or whatever the case may be, you capable of cheating. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? And if you got a male that you can confide in, pretty much probably telling him more secrets than you telling me because that's your friend, like you feel safer with him or whatever the case may be, like he know everything about you type shit. Like I think that's a little sticky situation for me personally. Like it's too much room for error right there. So I don't know if I'm making sense to y'all, but like I can't do it.
all
Nah.
right.
I'm your only friend. You feel me? No, I'm your only friend.
All right, Bree, talk to us. How you feel as the woman in the pod today? How you feel?
So I feel personally that you can be like friends in a platonic manner and still be in a relationship with the opposite sex. Like because I've done it, like I have male friends and I don't look at them like that at all. Like I've never been with any of my male friends. It's strictly we're friends. Like and at the end of the day, if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm choosing to be with you. I'm not with them. So that's how I see it. But I personally feel the reason why man or woman would feel that you can't be in a platonic relationship is because it's a distrust you have with yourself. Like, and you're just putting that on the person because you don't trust yourself to have a platonic friendship that now your significant other is going to do XYZ because you probably would do XYZ. So that's
Mm.
why I feel like a lot of people are against it because they don't trust themselves in that situation. And I
I
feel
can
like
agree.
it's just pushing I can't think of the right word, but you're just like pushing your feelings and your distrust within yourself. Yeah.
Projecting.
You're projecting your distrust within yourself onto your significant other.
I could get behind that. I get Fari. What do you think? I could get behind that.
Okay, short answer. I
I'm
do
ready. I'm
think
ready now. I
that
woke up.
there could be a platonic relationship between man and woman, but I think there are okay scenarios. Obviously, one of them gay. Obviously, a platonic relationship could happen.
I can
Other
deal with that.
scenario, you're not attracted to each other. Somebody is ugly as shit, and you really just not attracted to them in any way. So there's no reason to have any sexual connection because there's no attraction. Now, in the situation where there are two attractive individuals, I do believe that it can exist, but conversations need to be had ahead of time. There needs to be a mutual agreement, a mutual understanding. Because if you find, I find that conversation will happen, chances are somebody may catch feelings or somebody may have a secret agenda, and that just the nature of more so men. I would say more so men than female actually. Like I would say even with you, Bree, half of your male friends, if they're attractive, if you was to give them the time of day, they're not gonna be like, "Whoa, you're just a friend." They're not gonna do that.
They not
they
gonna
they
do
gonna
it.
be like, come over, come true, and get this. I mean, that's really usually how it is. So I mean, I do believe it can exist. It just needs to be to have a mutual understanding. And
This is
I am married. I have a wife, and she does have a few male friends. The biggest thing when it comes to having that is boundaries. Like
Yeah.
once the respect is there, there's no issues. Once there's disrespect, I don't even expect that friendship to continue going on. So
Right.
so
So far, I got a question for you, right?
yeah.
Okay. So you basically saying that in order for a male and a female to be friends, they have to have a mutual agreement, a mutual type feeling towards each other, right?
Yeah.
So if your girl was to hit up one of her friends, right? I'm not gonna do that because I just feel like I'm being biased at this point. But if your girl was to hit up one of her friends, I mean, and then he agree to have sex with her, how would you feel about that? Would you
Repeat the
tell her to cut him
question.
off? If your girl would hit up
you
one of
talking
her
about
male
like
friends,
in like you like how they do them pranks like let's okay go ahead and text Pana and see if you like that kind of situation. To what you talking about?
type shit, yeah.
All right, all
How
right,
would
all
you
right.
feel? Would you tell her to cut him off, right?
Yes.
All right, now
I
how
ain't
would
gonna lie
you
to you,
how
like
would you feel if she defend him and be like,
point
no, he's just a
on
friend? How would you feel about that?
to
God
listen.
damn.
That's a
You
listen.
know,
I've never heard
Cause
that you frame it like that.
I mean,
That's a good
obviously
fucking
that's
thing.
gonna be a big argument, and
That's
okay.
a
so
good
So
framing.
let's go deeper then. Let's go. See, I'm passionate about this shit because I'm a little crazy. I overthink, and I know how females can be, and I know how men can be. I be around men 24/7. I know how they think, and I know what they talk about. Da da da. So you saying that that'd be a big deal? You know what that's saying to me? You choosing him over me, right? We
right.
could
If
break it
you
down
defend that
into
shit,
Christian terms, right? You know how they say God first, you, spouse, kids, family, friends, right? Immediate family, friends. So you basically fucking up that whole what they call it?
The
Can
Hierarchy.
you
Holy
structure?
Trinity.
That whole structure. And you know what I mean? Over a nigga that's just a friend.
So
And I'm
hold
But
supposed to be
on.
your
that's
husband.
but that's
Go ahead, Bree.
different though. Like you're saying that, hey, he's texting like saying like, oh, you wanna link up, whatever, y'all wanna have sex, whatever. That's different because now you don't respect my relationship. So yeah, you can't be a friend because you don't respect me or my
That's
relationship.
a good
and then
point.
So then at the
same
end of
on
the
the
day, you're not genuinely my friend anyway. So yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
get cut off out of one respect you don't respect me, and two, you don't respect
Yeah.
my significant other because you're willing to just do that. So that just means that's obviously not a true friend. So you're not really cutting a friend off.
And in
That's
that
a really good
situation, I
point.
would have the expectation that my girl cut him off
Yeah,
immediately if he was to
Okay.
be on
absolutely.
that type of time. That
Right.
I shouldn't even have to speak up or do anything. I expect if it
Right.
happens without me there, she cut him off. She come to me, let me know what happened. She cut off ties. That's what the expectation would be.
Right. So
Absolutely.
because it,
Because
it
she has
goes back
respect for you. Like she would do that, just authentically do that because of her respect and her love for you.
Right.
right. Right. Because it goes back to what a friend is, right? It's mutual feelings, right? Would you say the mutual feelings is not there? Isn't a secret agenda on his end?
Right. Yeah. So the
Come on
mutual
now.
feeling's not there, so
So
that's not a friend.
yes, yeah. So
Okay.
I liked when you brought it up
Okay.
first, one, because it was a good argument. But Bree put it in a good way. At that point, he that's not a friend no more. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to stand on business, so by that regard, he's supposed to get cut off. But I would say it's kind of like, even if you use that example, in my mind, man, first of all, when we talk about them being too fine, I don't think a lot of people really make friends with people that don't look some kind of good to them. Generally,
Generally,
like
unless it's
generally,
the
I feel
same
like,
sex. Unless it's the same sex.
yeah,
Generally.
unless it's the same sex. I don't know. I'm speaking from a man's perspective. I don't know a lot of men who going out there and all their female friends, they look at them like they ugly for real. Even if there's
And
all the boundaries and stuff, your friends, you gonna kind of make friends with women that they look decent. You know what I'm
being
saying?
out
They
in
look
None of my
public,
decent.
being out in
none of my
public
females
with
friends is ugly. None of my
You know what
female
I'm
friends is
saying?
ugly.
Bree, and the women's side, is it the same for you guys? Like, do you have a lot of male friends where you like, okay, now these niggas, well, don't put nobody in the
I
spot.
look at them and be like, they ugly as shit. I would never, and I know too much about them, so I don't even look at them like that. Like,
Ooh.
cause
So now,
I know how they operate, and that off rip, like I'm not attracted to you because I know how your mind operates. Like, nah, and I see like some of the times of like at the end of the day, I'm gonna be real. Like, I have guy friends that they don't necessarily treat their lady the best, or they cheat. I know
mhm,
that off rip, so why am I gonna set myself up in that position where you go cheat on me? Like, I don't look at none of my male friends like that. Like, I strictly look at them like, you my homeboy, and that's it. And they all know that.
cool, fair enough. So for me, and this is where, like I said, it could be a little bit biased, but just like Twan said, I know how niggas is coming, dog. And to be honest with you, and this is a lot of bias right now, but a lot of women around here nowadays in our age group, especially in the States, they grimy, dog. Like, your replacement is waiting right there and it's in the friend. The same thing Twan said. I feel like it's kind of crazy that you're gonna be sharing certain things with these friends, and it's almost like you're naive to the fact that this friend, most likely, if given the chance, would take that chance. So while you feeding them, you down there showing the man how to love you. Now all of a sudden now it's like, oh, you know what? That you don't need that nigga. Now he gonna start doing the shit that you come fucking complain about. Next thing you know, now all of a sudden in your head, oh man, homeboy right here, Peter. My nigga fucking up, but Peter here doing this. Oh, Peter here doing that. Oh, Peter, because you ain't telling your man about these fucking problems you having for him to be able to fix it. You telling Peter, and Peter is a strategist. And the reason I can speak about this because I've done it. Who fuck
but
I
look,
done it?
Hey,
but
I
I
keeping
done
it
it.
a
I done
hundred
it
at
too.
this spot.
I done
I
it
gonna keep
too.
it 100 at this spot. We gonna keep it 100. I've done
I
it.
do not expect my woman to be confiding in her male friends about anything to do with our relationship. That is for your
Hey,
Yeah,
woman friends.
not even her friends. You gotta keep that. You gotta keep that. Whatever
Right.
we
That
go
that's
through is
supposed to
between
stay
me and
within the
you.
circle. But if you confide in
don't go to the.
anybody, it better not be no fucking man.
That's what I'm saying. Don't go to no like Twan say. Don't go to raggedy bitch Linda over here who cheating on her man to fucking go for advice.
No, and
Man,
I
That's
you're
what
right.
makes
get
sense.
that. I get that, but at the end of the day, like I've been in a relationship where I had no friends. It was just that whole
Mm,
mindset of me and him against the world. We got each other. But at the end of the day, that don't work either, because you do
mm.
need to have people around you, good people with good intentions around you,
That I agree
to
with.
give you sometimes help walk you through situations. Like, maybe I'm tripping and I have a homegirl that go tell me when I'm tripping. Like, nah, maybe look at it in this point of view. And I don't
I
really
agree.
confide in my male friends about my relationship. Like, more so my male friends, they're just like homeboys, we kick it, we laugh, whatever. But I don't necessarily have any of my none of my male friends I would confide in relationship advice anyways. So I no, that's
Shots
not
on fire,
happening.
man. What a
That being
gunshots.
said,
But like, confiding in friends, if you have a good group of friends around you, there's nothing
I
wrong with
agree with
that.
that.
But the problem is people have shisty people around them, and then they get in their head. Or you have female friends. Like, I would say for females, sometimes you have women who are envious of the way your man treats you. So they go
Oh,
give you bad advice because there's some women out there who are shisty and they like, oh nah, she gets treated too good, like whatever. I'ma try and get in between that, or get reap the benefits of that, whatever the case may be. So you have to understand, like, if you have good and genuine people around you, then confiding in them isn't an issue. But you should
I
go to
agree.
your partner first.
So I got a
I
question
agree.
for you.
Wait, before you go to
Okay.
I agree. And I have a female friend of mine who, first of all, I want to say I had no relations with her. We can get into those kind of questions soon. But I had no relations with her on like anything sexual or anything. This is strictly my friend. And at certain points in my life, I would say I wasn't really emotionally intelligent enough. And I was able to recognize that and recognize there are certain things and certain conversations I would have with other women where I could be coming off as rash or I could be coming off as aggressive, whatever the case may be. So she was essentially not that I would kind of want to pour in the business, but I would run it by her like, okay, do I sound do I sound like I being irrational or do I sound like I'm not being, you know what I'm saying? Just like you saying, Bree, to be able to get like, okay, there's a different perspective. That's not saying I'm going to just take the advice from her, but it gives me a different perspective to think otherwise. Because if I just go on my own efforts and I'm fucked up, it's only fucked up decisions I could essentially make. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's underrated that people, when they go about talking to their friends, I don't think enough people really think about, is this really the right person that I should be going to
Right.
talk about these things? Like, so example is like, and don't get me wrong, I think good advice will come from anybody to a certain extent. But let's use an example like, okay, you're married, and all your advice comes from people who single, never been married. Let's be realistic. While they could offer some good advice, like how much can they really dive into it when they never even had that experience to be able to understand what you specifically going through? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Oh,
That's how I
exactly.
think.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Twan. My bad.
No, see, then I lost train of thought. Nah, but all right, my bad. So, yeah, that's a great point though. But like, it's like, do it have to be a male? Can't Why it can't be the same sex? You
It
know what I'm
doesn't have
saying?
to, but
Eh,
sometimes you need that male perspective. Like, uh, I mean, me personally, I confide in my dad for my like male perspective, right? Or my
mm-hmm.
brothers. But like sometimes if you have like a male friend, right?
Right.
And you talking and me and you, like say me and whoever I'm with are just not getting our communication across, whatever the case may be. And I confide in my male friend and I'm like, hey, listen, like I said XYZ, how do you think as a man, because I can't think like a man at the end of the day. Like I can only, and a woman can't think like a man. If I go to my female friends and I expect her to understand where you're coming from as a man's point of view,
It wouldn't make any
it wouldn't
sense.
make any sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like getting that male perspective of like, okay, if I said XYZ to my man, how do you think he would take it? Like he took it like this. Is it wrong the way I said it? Like, do I need to reword it or is it something else? Like, so it's something sometimes you can't get relationship advice for like talking to a man from a woman.
I
Right.
could agree with that. What do you
So
think, Twan?
I agree with that statement. But you see how you named it? You named two different sources you can get that information from that wasn't a friend. You named it from your father and your brother. You
But
see what I'm
all women
saying?
don't have that.
I get you, right? You got uncles. I get it. I get it, right? Got cousins and stuff like that. My thing about that is, okay, let's say we go back to the bad intentions. I mean, different agendas, right? Let's say you think this is your male friend. He's giving you advice on how to deal with your man, but he's doing it in a way where it's like, now you don't need him type shit. You know what I mean? If that come up, like, how you know if he's not doing that? You know what I mean? Because there's been plenty of times where I've been like giving advice to my female friend, Linda, and like I just, she was bad and I wanted to fuck her, you know what I mean? And I tell her straight up, like, nah, I tell her everything good. It sounds like I'm real innocent. Oh yeah, nah, you just need to just try to understand him, da 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 da, whatever the case may be. But I'm in the back of my mind playing a mental game, like I'm giving her the right advice. You should just go talk to him. You should do this for him, da 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 da. At the end, and then she's confiding in me what the problem is, and I'm already knowing what the problem is. So I'm already, you know what I mean? How you know if it's not one of those situations? You feel me? Like I feel like niggas is real sneaky than y'all may give
I
us
think
credit for being. You know what I
I
mean?
think I think it's tricky, and it can really come down to just what your preference is, and then how much you trust your woman. Dog. Like for me, I have PTSD, bro. I ain't gonna fucking
Yeah, me too, dumb. I ain't gonna lie.
fuck the bullshit. I got PTSD, but in the same token, I'm very forgiving and I could accept certain things. But for me, like them boundaries gotta be crazy.
Yeah,
It needs
No,
to
yeah.
be like
That's
a
the
whole.
biggest thing.
It gotta
Boundary.
be crazy transparency. Because like I said, at the same time, I know I know my history, you know what I'm saying? So I can't sit on here and act like I know some of these niggas. If given the chance, they would. So you gotta be real strong in your relation, real strong with Shorty. Or if you gonna sit on there, just be like Twan and just say, you know what, fuck it. You can't have none. I would say to a certain extent for me, I would maybe accept some of the friends they had before, maybe, given that they had no sexual relationship with these people. But then the new friends, why the fuck you need a new male friend? Well, first of all, what the fuck you need?
It's yeah.
Yeah, and
That's a
that's
definite.
understandable. Like, cause
That's
why
a
you out here
no.
making male friends when you
Yeah,
in a relationship?
yeah.
Yeah,
You
If
know
he
what I'm
didn't
saying?
exist
and it
before, there's
can't.
no reason to be.
Yeah, and you can't be like, for me personally, if I had relations with you, nah, you cut off like. But I haven't had any relationship with any of my male friends. But I'm just saying, say I did.
Mm.
Hey, I'm sorry, out of respect for my relationship working, like you can't come around because I don't want any question of my loyalty, like my honesty and who I am and my integrity as a person. So it's like, yeah, you can't bring people you had relations with in your next relationship. Absolutely not. Like friend or not, nah, they gotta go. Like, but
And
if you
I'm
hadn't had
guilty.
relations with them, then I have no reason to think that you would while we're together.
And I'm guilty because in a past relationship, one of my partners at the time asked me to cut off somebody like that, and I fucking refused. I ain't gonna lie, at the time, I fucking refused. I said, hell no, that shit ain't fucking happening. Me, I took cool with this person to. So you know what I'm saying? Me ain't gonna sit on here and be a hypocrite. I've been there on both ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
So
What you
now
gonna say, Antoine?
you know me, I won't tell you to do nothing. I wouldn't allow you to tell me to do. I'm all about fairness. You feel me? So if I know if so, cause platonic, right? Let's say platonic, right? You can still be platonic after already having sexual relations. If y'all didn't know that, like it can still be platonic after that point. Like y'all basically fucked and y'all decide like, oh no, we're not fucking no more, right?
Nah.
Yeah, no, that's
You
but I
I
can
mean,
know,
be.
but technically the
yeah.
definition, right?
Technically,
So
technically.
technically the definition. So like
I ain't
Linda,
going.
like my best friend Linda, I call her my best friend, right? Me
Mm.
and Linda had sex, right? But now it's platonic. We go to each other for that advice. She come to me advice about her man and shit, and I give her great advice. Like I'm literally looking at her like I wouldn't say a sister because I know at the end of the day, if she ever come through like Twan, you trying to do something, I'm gonna fuck her. So like let's be real, right? Well, I'm not like that, but like we
But
know
so
each other
No,
enough.
like that, like that.
But nah,
Just be real, like that.
let's all right, let's be real, right? Cause I'm a man at the end of the day. We gotta go through we gotta get the yeses. You feel me? We gotta get the
let me
yeses. We gonna hunt, right?
so let me ask you. So let's say you jump in a relationship now.
If
Your girl find out about Linda,
yeah,
and she wants you to cut off Linda. Are you cutting off Linda, even though
Linda
it's
is getting
platonic now?
Linda is getting absolutely the fuck cut off, and she
I
knows it. And I
bet.
told
Because you
Linda,
had
and,
relations with her. That's the difference. If a girl didn't have relations with the man that she calls her friend, then what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, if I'm with a man and he ain't have no relations with none of his female friends, yeah, you can keep all your female friends. I don't care. But if you have relations with them, nah, they getting cut off. Like because at the end of the day, it's a respect thing. Because at the end of the day, nah, like nah, just nah, like nah.
I see. I
But if you
understand you
didn't
when you
have
say that,
relations,
but
I don't see the issue, man or woman.
okay, all right. Let's say Linda told me to cut off the ones that I didn't have relations with. I'm gonna do it.
You gonna still do it?
I'm gonna still do it
That's my boy
because
life, dog. My boy say you
because I
find
don't
his
care
business.
about my friends is my friends, right? If they really my friends, I can come back to them. If this don't work out, they already understand out of respect for my relationship. My woman don't like me having female friends. So look, I got to be gone for a little while. Maybe it come a time where she get comfortable with you and I could bring you around if she can build that trust with me to like you know what I mean? Like then I'll bring you around and we can show her that it's really strictly platonic. But like if she tell me to cut her off, like you my friend. I got homeboys back in Maryland and DC that I ain't talked to in years, but I know if I pick up that phone and call them, we ain't never, you know what I mean? We friends, we real friends. Platonic, like, yeah, like it's no, you know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. But I do understand like people going to protect their friends over their relationship, like if that's because the relationship can end, friendships can end too if you want to be technical, but I
All
don't
right.
know. In most cases, people try to protect their friendships more than their relationship, and I'll be like, all right, go ahead, be with that nigga then, type
Let,
shit.
let's let's pivot real quick, and it's gonna be an easy pivot because it's still in the same realm. So now, well, I'm even gonna pivot. I want to just ask the question just to make sure we all in the same accord. So when it comes to your exes now, obviously, I think we're in the same accord. And if it's your ex, you got to cut them off.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Fair. What and I'm assuming as well that if the ex happened to be, let's say you guys have kids, how do you feel about that friendship? Like it's
It's
not
no.
just it's not just okay, we just can't talk for the kids. They talk a little bit here and there. Are you saying you can't talk to your baby father, baby mother, or how you working that?
So that's hard for me. I don't have
I'd
kids,
say
so I
that's
can't.
a
Yeah.
that's a
I don't have
little
kids,
Yeah.
so I
different.
can't really
I'd say
speak
that's
on
a
it.
All
little
right, far
different.
right.
That there
Yeah, you.
should be some leniency for communication without there being
Right,
an
right.
issue. I do feel
Agree.
that way, but obviously it boils down to character, it boils down to the boundaries. You really do have to have these conversations, what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. I don't expect you to be on FaceTime with this guy at 10 p.m. talking about your kids. I mean, even if it's about your kids, unless it's an emergency, there's no
Right.
reason to be texting and talking like you have boundaries. That's the biggest thing. But I do think an ex where you have a child with, that's a little different than just
Different
an
story.
ex that you used to have sex with and in a serious relationship with in the past.
I agree. Same here for me. As a man with kids, I think in the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's important to have some kind of friendship with the mother of your kids or with the father of your kids to a certain extent, but the boundaries got to get there. I think it's important for the cohesion because you still have to essentially operate like a family unit, just a different dynamic of a family unit now because obviously you guys not together. And I think being on some sort of cordial friendship, if you can, could help aid in that and make things a lot easier for you guys as co-parents and make things a lot easier for the kids seeing it in that environment and seeing everything and realizing like this thing could look healthy and they don't have to be like a we beefing or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
I respectfully would like to change the name of it. Then, if that's the
What what,
case,
what
I
you gonna
say
call it?
cordial co-parenting. That's what I call it. I wouldn't call it a
Yeah.
friendship
That
because
fair enough.
you know what I'm
No, but
saying.
it
Like,
could be a friendship. Like
I
for
mean, I,
example,
I I get it, but I feel like, bro, people throw that friendship term out there too loosely, and we need to know the definition of this word. Like when we throw that shit out, like I know, for
Mhm.
example, if I go pull a bad bitch and she say she got a nigga, my first response after that is, can you have friends? Knowing damn well my intention is not being friends. Not saying that the baby father is trying to, not saying that the baby father is trying to fuck her or not, but I'm just saying like we throwing that term out, like we gotta like rename it. I feel like, bro, I don't know, gang.
I,
Like for
I, I
me,
could get on board with that. I could agree
fair,
with that.
fair.
It's
PTSD. I
it's
got
co-parent and
PTSD for
Eh,
really
real. I done created PTSD for motherfuckers. You get me? So shit. I mean, come on now. Let's be real.
all right,
I
all
wouldn't
right. So
consider that my friend.
for the next thing I want to bring up, and this is cool that we got some people from the states. Twan, a little. I wish Twan had never been home and been in the environment, so he kind of his take might be a little biased. But Bri, I don't know if you've ever been to like Caribbean parties or anything
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
But
I have.
the talk of if your woman could dance on other men in the function in and this has always been a big argument between like the stateside and the Caribbean people because some of the Caribbean people are gonna say, hey, that's just the culture, that's just what we do. And in the States gonna be like, hell nah, because and I agree, I think dancing in the States like that is different. I ain't gonna put my cat on the back of my taking the whole thing yet, but I do think when you dance with a woman in the States, it's not like when you dance with a woman back home. I feel like sometimes when a woman give you a dance in the States, you probably in there, bro. Like you most likely going to get through. Home, you could dance on a girl and she look back, wind up on you, everything, and then you can't get her number, you can't nothing. It was just a dance, you gotta go about your business. So what are y'all thoughts? We're gonna start with Twan, because Twan
Yeah,
gonna nap.
bro,
Twan,
all
can
right.
you can
Fine.
you
Answer.
you and you hold up,
Answer.
Bro,
bro.
why
I
y'all
want
coming at me? Why y'all coming
no
at
no
me?
no
Hold
no
up.
no.
Because
I
you
want to paint
itching
the
to
picture.
talk.
No,
well.
I'm
Yeah, you
just
it,
I
like,
could I could start first being
no,
yeah,
no, no, no. Okay, far
P,
right go for
P, Fari.
no, no, no. But I want to paint the picture. I want to paint the picture. So you in Juve. For those who don't know what Juve is. For
Yeah.
those who don't, okay, you know what Juve is, Bree.
Yeah.
All right. For the viewers who may not know what Juve is, there's an event during Carnival time where bright early in the morning, depending on the island, depending on the time, but this could be like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever time. You wake up, there's a bunch of trucks going down a main street or wherever in your city. Music is blaring. Everybody have on some piece of clothing, some in panty bra, like whatever the case may be, and everybody just kind of dancing up on each other, like yeah. And for those who don't know, everything is not like what y'all see in Jamaica. We're not back flipping off the fence and doing this crazy shit. Like
Jumping
this
off
is just
chairs and
yeah. We don't do that at a regular. That Jamaica got their own vibe over there going on. Like that's not all the Caribbean events. But all right, you and Juve, you separated, and your girl got on her own thing, and she kept you just happen to see her, but you see her from a distance, and you see her wind up on a planet. Quick, give him a little good walk in, and then gone. You dragging that or you loving it?
So, my wife, I don't expect to dance with any man at any point ever. All right. As my girlfriend, in Juve specifically, I could see that being allowable depending on the dance, the timing, the vibe of the dance, all of that. Now
you might as well
that
just stick
that
with no.
but you're right, exactly. And
Hell
it would be
nah.
very
Chapter.
easy for me to have an issue with it. So my overall answer is hell fucking no. I don't hear woman talk about feeling the print while dancing and man. What the fuck? I don't want my woman ass rubbing up on a man butt, penis for those that don't know. And literally feeling this as they move in circular motions, literally having dry sex. What the fuck? Hell no. Hell no. And
I agree.
similarly, I am also not going to be dancing with women, especially now as a married man. I can't lie. Sometimes I have give some woman a dance as a man in a relationship, but I don't do that at all anymore. I find that to be disrespectful.
And for the record, I want to say this on the record because I don't know. I'm gonna say, but wait, I see this man out with Deshaun and Juvie, and I say, listen. First of all, I'm a new man. I don't promote no badness of my partner. Am I right? If my partner is married and he don't need to be dancing, he don't need to be dancing. I don't push nobody. I don't hold nobody hand and say, yeah, man, go walk up on the thing, go dance, and no, it's not no. So stop pointing these things at me. I ain't promoting no fucking foolishness,
But
man.
what I can say, Caribbean culture with the dancing, for those that don't have an issue with it, it's really no feelings involved. It really is just a dance. However, I'm not on board with that shit.
Yeah, when they call
So
it, they'll say we insecure. Well, I'm insecure then,
no,
motherfucker.
and
Call me
I feel like
insecure.
women in the States, the overdo that Caribbean call when it comes to dancing. They'll really be down there fucking and just we're
Y'all,
from the
y'all, can,
Caribbean. It's the
y'all can see this?
culture. Nah.
Y'all can see this?
Share,
Yeah.
share.
Look. I want to say this before I show you this video real quick, brother. This is what I want to say. First of all, I'm a lover. I'm a real lover. Like I get real jealous. It's not that I'm insecure, but I have been in situations where it can make me insecure. All right, i.e., I'm insecure. But anyway, not really. But it's like,
Okay,
all right.
just go ahead.
Anyway, no, I don't give a fuck if it's Caribbean. I don't give a fuck if it's in Trinidad, Jamaica, Colombia. They doing a salsa. All that shit is a sexual dance to me, and I'm not having none of that shit. All right.
And straight quick. Don't straight for too long.
Okay. If your girl is at the club getting one of them, I'm not going. I'm not going. Fuck out of here. That's disrespectful. You oh, they say dancing is a form of expression. What the fuck is you expressing right there?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, right? I ain't gonna lie. As a man, as a Caribbean man who been a part of the culture and has been a juvie, right? When you just show that clip, like that shit look great.
Come on now. If my girl wouldn't want me doing that, I wouldn't want her doing it. Let's be fair. I'm a fair dude. I
Nice
got
to
some
my
sense.
hutton dog.
They damn near
If I was
fucking.
to walk, if I was to be walking on the street, web, and I see
They
my
fucking.
woman like that,
Dog.
Hey, we
Heart
got a
falling to the
fight.
ground.
Heart going
Hey,
hurt.
fighting now. Fuck that,
That's
man. We got a
point
fight.
on my chest. God,
I'm a
me.
cry.
Boy.
I'm a cry. All types of shit. I'm breaking down.
Bree,
You let that
Bree,
man put his print on your butt like that. I'm hurt,
Bree,
gang.
talk to us, Bree. How you feeling?
I mean, I feel the same. Like, if you in a relationship or you married, whatever, like, I mean, I get it. There's different cultural differences everywhere. So like some cultures, it's not disrespectful. Like I know, like I'm not Hispanic, but I have a lot of Hispanic friends, and like going to do like a little salsa or whatever with somebody, it's not seen as disrespectful, right? But I think it just all depends on who you're in a relationship with and knowing your partner. Like if your partner sees it as disrespectful, then just don't do it. You know, like me
I
personally, I
agree.
don't want my man just dancing and grinding up on no girl. Cause like in American clubs, what they doing? Girls are twerking, throwing ass on dudes. Like nah, cause I'm gonna snatch her by her little wig and be like, you gotta go. Like nah.
Yeah, I with y'all, man.
I
And
agree.
and it's hard for me, bro. I might have to go out and bias and just say my woman can't do it, but I could go dance. 'Cause I like to dance, bro. I like to be in the fed, bro. So it's like for me, if I can't, but see, I don't at the same time.
You
I
gotta
don't know,
respect. You gotta
man.
But
respect
just
her,
make sure
bro.
And
you
that's
get a
what.
person who either A understands that or you get a person who likes to dance and y'all can always dance together.
That's what I'm saying. Cause for me, like let's say for example, right,
I agree.
my girl don't dance or whatever. We got carnival. I can't walk up on you. Like I'm so serious about this thing. If I got a girl and she can't dance, bro, and she don't even make the attempt to dance, and we in Canada, I don't even want to go. Like I don't want to go village. I don't want to go Juve. I don't want to go parade. Like I can just be sad, bro. I'm be vexed. I don't want to knock her upside her head. Like man, what the fuck? And don't. But I'm not promoting that, guys. I don't do that. But yeah, that can just kill my whole vibes. Like imagine if the body's rhythm come out, you like this thing hitting. And you can't dance, you gotta sit up there and dance for yourself. You know how crazy. And your woman stand up the next. No, man.
I feel
That's why
like
you got to meet your match. Like, you know, it's all about meeting somebody that matches your vibe. Like, if you can't do stuff like that, you probably not go work. Like, if your girl don't dance, but you like to dance, y'all probably not
Yeah,
go work
you
because y'all don't
you at
have
least gotta try.
any
Like
similar
it's really not
interests.
but
And yeah,
salsa and stuff, I can get with the salsa now. Now
no.
for
I
those who
said
know, I don't know if y'all would know, but like Zouk, them Zouk dancing, Tafari, know I'm talking about. Where it's kind of like how you describe it. It's like salsa, but that Zouk a little bit more. When you get into Zouk music and thing, and they start dancing, it's a little bit more intimate, like
oh yeah,
all like the Hispanics would do. But the one where Pana do leg is between her and oh hell fucking no.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a whole transition
that's
dance.
what I was gonna say the same thing, bro. It's all a
Yeah,
sexual
nah.
dance, bro. I don't want my girl doing no type of sexual dance on no man. You better go take your best friend and you better turn up with her. Y'all be doing it already. Y'all be twerking on each other. All right, that's cool. But as soon as another man get up in there and I know his intentions, I don't give a fuck if you think it's friendly. That motherfucker probably think he got a shot at getting you because you twerking your ass, and I'm disrespected by it because we in a relationship. You doing single shit. You feel me? So like for you, I know it's hard to explain for you guys because y'all islanders for real. Y'all might want to go to Juvert and shit. That's y'all thing. But for me, if I get into a relationship, man, that shit over with. I know it ain't. I know it ain't gonna benefit the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
And and
that shit over
to
with.
be
I
honest, like
go, but
I know a lot of people that go to Juve and just cool, go down the road and
That's
dance.
me.
I just saying like,
I've been to Juve
yeah,
three
last
years
year,
straight. I
yeah,
mean, I
and
just go
cool.
to take pictures. I mean, 3 years without any ass on me. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. So
yeah,
I
that's
I
great.
would
Yeah,
say though, I think well, I mean, if they didn't know, they're gonna know here on this fucking pod. But I like to think that all my partners know I went Juve walking up on woman. They didn't know, they know now. Because I don't know what the fuck you think Web doing in Juve. You see me in the newspaper picture, you see me in this picture, you better recognize what what's going on.
no, no cap.
We out there fetting, but for me, for me, it's just like, hey, boom, 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 and I just got my business. I ain't looking at it like that. But no, in the States, no. Nah, that's different. Nah, these states, man, trying to really work your girl. And I feel like the girl, when she choose her man to dance with in the States, she risking her publicity and all these other people seeing that she dancing and dude, oh no, she like him. She gonna fuck him.
Mm-hmm. It
She gonna
boils
fuck
down.
him.
It
I don't know if
boils
you
down
agree,
to the
Bree.
respect.
You said what?
If you dancing, would you dance on a guy in the States that you're not interested in just to dance?
So, as a single person, I have like I'm just like, oh, I'm dancing, like, oh, like now who I am, like I'll be quick to stand up. Like if they ugly, like nah. But I could dance on a dude and have like no intentions of doing anything after. Like it's just like, oh, we just dancing, whatever, whatever. No big deal.
Mm.
And like I've gone to a lot of like Hispanic clubs where they play like salsa, merengue, like all that. So it's like, oh, we just dancing, having fun, whatever, and that's it. And then we all go to like our respective friends. But I don't know. Like now, I don't like dudes walking up on me to dance, anyways, because I
And
just feel it's like,
I feel like we kind of grown now too. Like, yeah, we getting up there. I
yeah,
think when you're younger, it kind of like, all right,
it's like
whatever.
fun and games, but it's like
Yeah.
now I'm just like, because I don't want that look for myself that I'm just out here just dancing on anybody and grinding on anybody in the club. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, it's more of a like moral kind of thing of like I don't want to just look like I'm going because off rip I know how dudes think in that aspect. Like they see you dancing on a dude, they think, oh, she going like, and I don't want that image of myself.
Mm.
Hey, Bri, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to get behind you while you was dancing, you'll stop.
This nigga, you see the
I
kind of
can't
shit
I'm
this
just,
stand
man
I'm
come
just
here,
asking.
bro.
I'm just asking. Damn, like I'm just asking. I'm a cool dude for real, you
My name Bennett, and I ain't in it.
know. Yeah, nah. I believe. I mean, like you said, it's all about where your partner head at. You feel me? I just been through a lot of PTSD type situations, so I'm not going for it. Respectfully, though.
Yeah,
Never.
yeah. I don't think I could go for it neither. Not knowing how these man is. Not after seeing that video.
But you have to have that same respect though. Like,
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah.
course, of
That's why I said
oh,
course.
like
okay, okay. Like
Yeah,
as
yeah,
long
of
as it's
course.
fair,
wait,
like,
hold on. Wait, hold on. Technically, I don't. All I gotta do is tell my if they with it, I can just tell you like, hey, I don't respect if you dance in a man, 'cause I know how man is. But then she could just kick back and say, well, you's a man, how you is? Why you dancing on her? Why you get her bent over like that? I mean, don't get me wrong. That video is kind of insane. Like I
but that's what you
like,
see a lot though. Like especially
but
at like
that's true.
carnival, like all that stuff. Like that's what you
Yeah.
see a lot. But like if you're single doing that, that's fine, absolutely. But I just feel like that's not relationship behavior. Like
So hold on.
especially if you want to be married. Like
Unless
So
unless that's the vibe y'all on. But
yeah. Like if
yeah,
y'all
most
like to
people
do that, there's
ain't on
some
that
people
vibe.
who are in relationships who like to do that. Like they'll hype each other up dancing on other people. They a little different. They built
That's
different.
crazy.
But that's
Hey,
not
we
me.
got a we
Like
got a term for them. They call swingers.
nah, because they won't even necessarily like be fucking them. They just like having fun with each other, and for them,
Well,
that's
that
cool.
video Twan showed it without he was fucking.
He was fucking. They was outside fucking in front of all them people. I should
but
have called the police on him.
but imagine how crazy it is, right? That we could do that in our culture, and do not end up bagging shorty. Well, yeah, nah. Sometimes we don't bag them. I'll be completely honest. There's been some women I danced with, right, and I actually wanted them, and we
Well,
do what dance. I thinking like, yeah,
well,
man, it's going, and it didn't happen.
well.
What's up?
Why you capping?
What you talking about?
Why you capping?
He's being
No,
honest.
no. What you mean?
I hear what Webb is saying. When I went to Juve with you.
Mm.
Did we not bag everything that we danced
Yeah,
on?
I know, I know, but no.
Why you
I'm
lying?
wait, hold on. What I'm saying is, there's been times where I did not back something. We got. Okay, hold on. If we shooting like that, if we shooting, niggas gonna shoot out here. So of course, niggas gonna hit some shots. But there's been times where I didn't hit the shot, and Shorty was just in there for the ride. You know what I'm saying? There's been times, but I do acknowledge what you're saying. Most of the time, for me at least, if I don't dance and we shoot, we hitting the shot. That's what it is. We hitting the shot.
That's what. And so now, with that perspective, of most of the time we dance and we shoot, do you want your girl going out there
And
dancing?
and and that's why I said my girl
Come on
is a
now.
no go, man. You
Let's
can't
be
dance on
let's be
on your
fair.
phone.
Let's
I
be
think we've
fair.
all came to the agreement that we
Yeah,
all
that's
feel
crazy.
like it's a no. Like,
Pretty much.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
the
but
people. But I mean, like if you go into Juve with like your friends and you actually going just to enjoy it with your female friends, I don't see any issue with that. I mean,
right.
it's just
You get
hard to for a man not to roll up on you and start driving you some hard strokes. But
and I mean like I dance a man woman before. I mean like to you, as I dance a man woman in my mind. What your man the lady dance
dude,
a man? That mean you going?
quick story for of friggin' Web. Our senior year in high school,
Oh
we
man.
went into this sports bar. It had a we call it jam. It's just like a big party. We all drunk, cross-faded, just vibing out. Gone inside this club. This guy is chilling with his woman. He's on a bar stool. His woman is dancing on her. Webb comes in front
And
of
you got
her.
no, well, look, you gotta really paint the picture because this shit is insane. But you gotta paint the picture properly. Like how are they standing? Like this shit is crazy.
No, legit. This man is cooling on his bar stool, arm on the bar. His woman is dancing up on him on the bar. Webb approach her towards her face, and put his arm around her, and start like stroking from her from the front side. Luckily, the man didn't do nothing. We saw Webb what he was doing, and we pull him off like, yo, you wildin'. We
But
feel
it was
good, but
dope.
we ain't trying to have no crazy shit popping.
Hey, Bree, question. If Webb was to do that, would you have any respect for your man after your man just let that happen to
And
you?
he ain't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing. He
Now,
did not.
now, now let's go to how men think. We rather I don't know about y'all. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but we rather respect over love. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's what I said. Yeah. No, I
because when
agree.
you get respect, it automatically
Yeah.
comes with love.
I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
right.
is disrespectful.
I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy.
And did she stop? Did she stop or she kept going?
No, she
No,
kept
no,
going,
She going.
but
She going. I would have slid her my number right then
it
and there.
wasn't too
I would have
long.
say I would have saved Brody the troubles. I would have gave her my number right there. Hit me up after the club. He ain't gonna do shit. You just saying he ain't do shit. He ain't gonna do shit. Let's go.
But okay, to add context to the story, I was drunk. I was drunk bad. Me sober was not going to do no shit like that. But apparently, I had enough. That was liquid courage. That was man was high. That night, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't be feeling. I felt like I was invincible, and I really felt like Pana was not going to do me anything. Like he's
Yeah,
not going
nah.
to do me anything.
That was disrespectful. Congratulations on you, my boy, for bitching that nigga. Disrespected that nigga. No, I'm just
Yeah, that's
bullshit.
insane. But good times. Good times.
Yeah, that
So we
was a
should
great
jump.
one.
That's
That was
crazy.
a prom after party.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was a prime after party.
I'm trying to think of what I would do in that situation. Cause I'm a nonchalant nigga. I'm like, all right, well, if she do that and I feel disrespected, I'm just gonna leave her alone. Or do I fight the dude? But there's like, man, you can't even fight the dude because they're like you letting it happen. And you over there letting it go for a little minute. You supposed to stop that at the door. So I don't know how I felt in that situation,
Bro,
man.
I don't like, bro. I would be so surprised. Like what? Like for a quick second, I'm in my mind like, no, man, this can't be real. like this is what's going on, right?
Yeah,
Like, dude, literally, like he damn near holding her. I surprised I didn't like grab him when I was trying to grab her. That's crazy.
Yeah, it
bro,
was.
that
He had to slip between her and him to get his
her
arm around.
if she was like to like tell you no and you pursued it, okay, patience. Get the fuck out of my girl. But she allowed you to remove her from him.
No,
Come on now.
I don't think you understand. I didn't remove him from her. This nigga is behind her.
Oh, y'all sandwiched her. Oh, she for the streets.
No,
She
but
for the
he not.
streets.
The thing is, right? He not dancing.
But
He is standing. He is just
sit.
standing with his girl. He's standing in the club. His girl is in front of him, just cooling, hot dancing on him. And I just had the audacity to just come and start dancing on her, face to face, while he's standing right there behind her.
She for the streets, gang.
That's surprising part. That could have killed me that night. Hey, that get some man killed.
She for
That's
the
why we
streets.
grabbed you, bro. We wasn't trying to find out.
Listen, all I remember that night is we get in the club, we took a shot, and then the next thing I remember is somehow I had a neck shot or a high kicking
Man.
battle in my hand, and then the rest of the night is history. We ain't gonna get into that night. We gonna leave that night alone. That's a wild story. I'm not telling on this part. We gonna leave the rest of that night alone.
So I got a question. So how do we all right, I don't know if that's for another show or another session or whatever the case may be.
But we got a little
but,
bit of time. Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out like where do we stop, bro? Like you know what I mean? Like where do we
What you
come
mean?
together as one and realize okay, as far as the boundaries that men and women have on each other and shit like that, when do we like come together and kind of like you know what I mean? Grow
I
up a
think
little bit and just
Because
get out our ways for the greater good, you know?
we start by forming a group of individuals that go to these parties, and when they see that violation, they get the technical and they get that man out of there.
Get a tag.
Yo.
Blow the whistle and
Slap
everything.
And slowly but surely, if the movement is strong enough and we really policing our own and violating, technically that could work. It's a
Maybe.
wild approach, but it could
to be honest,
work.
right? That and really and truly, We just gotta start on a little bit more business, both men and women, because as much as man they give away with shit, woman they let man give away with shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
woman was like, for example, like I like I said, man, prosecute me. I don't give a. I don't say this every part. I don't give a shit if I talk shit about me. I don't give a fuck. Any attention is good attention. Like for example, when you see a man have 40 baby mothers,
Mm.
why the fuck you gonna go breed, go have a child for
Go
him
be
too?
41, right?
You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So then, if you continue to do this, you think he gonna ever learn his lesson? He don't give a fuck. He everything's still good, cool. Everything's still kosher. Vice versa, you know what I'm saying? If you allow these women to do whatever the fuck they want, etc., etc., well, if nobody's sending them business, they're gonna just go, okay, what you want to do, the next man gonna fucking do. So
But
eventually, or more of us, I would say, because it's going to always exist, but more of us have to stand and a little bit more business. And I always say, like, even with some women boundaries, and I think I said this maybe in the last part or one of the pods, like when it comes to woman boundaries, sometimes I wholeheartedly believe them boundaries only exist until the right man come.
Mm.
mm,
Until the nigga that just look good enough comes, and then you don't stand on nothing, and then all the other ones gonna see this, and of course they're gonna violate you. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna take advantage of that fact. You gotta realize when it comes to man, we as hunters, and I don't think people realize like how serious this thing is. Just like we talked about the friendships, like niggas will stay, like there's niggas that will stay friends with you. We talking about 15 years,
years.
and you
Literally
think
To
this
just
shit
enjoying
is
the hunt.
culture. And
just
the whole time that was part of his tactic. Don't be wrong, you're gonna see him doing his thing, and some of them they gonna hide or whatever. But when that chance come, and the same thing, like they literally our job as men is literally to catch. And unfortunately, that gonna come with niggas lying. That's going to come like whatever tactic is gonna take to be able to bag a woman. That's what they're gonna try, and that's why they say like and Twan actually is who kind of inspire the change in me a little bit into like yo, y'all gonna just gotta get the truth. Like the truth gonna just come. Don't get me wrong. I think in our aspects sometimes you're still gonna you may not disclose everything and so forth. But for the most part, Antoine really put me onto that. Is like, bro, you just gotta keep it 100, bro. And the thing is, right, women, I understand you want to get 100, and Bree, you right there, you go advocate for women if you want, but sometimes you say you want it, but then when you get it, you react so irrationally sometimes that the
Mm-hmm.
man will just come back and say, you know what? This shit wasn't even fucking worth it. I might as well just fucking lie. So what they do, they go right back to fucking lying. So if you're gonna ask for the truth, be able to handle and take the truth at the same time. And men be able to understand that the truth may not be something she willing to accept. And
Right.
she gonna say fuck that and dip, bro. And you gotta be willing to just still stand and you being true to yourself and saying you're gonna stand in the truth and then carry on.
you see me,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm developing a self love where I don't really need no woman. It'd be nice to have a family and kids, but I'm so truthful with them. If my boundaries is not met, hey, there's somebody out there for everybody. You feel me? So
Just
yeah,
gotta find them.
just gotta find them. You feel me? So I don't know how you feel about that, Bree.
I mean, I think personally it's like I get what y'all are saying because like there is some women out there that'll ask for the truth but they can't handle the truth, right? Like for me, I rather hear the truth and you give me the opportunity to either be like, all right, I can tolerate this, or I can't, like, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm big on, like, once you show me who you are, like, all right, I'm going to see you for who you are, and I'm going to make that decision to either walk away or I'm going to stick it out. Because there's certain things that, like, I have things that it's like, okay, this is a boundary, but this thing is a non-negotiable. Like, I ain't going for that. But there are something that it's like, okay, I can compromise on because I know, like, some of them are a little bit outlandish, but I'm like, okay, it's like, depends on the relationship, right? So I can deal with the truth, but I think sometimes men, they can't deal with the consequence that comes with the
Love the
truth that
truth.
they told. Like, you told her the truth and she chose to dip because she stands on business with herself and like knows her worth and realizes like, nah, I'm not willing to tolerate this, I'm gonna leave. And then like in your head you like, well damn, I should have lied to keep her. But it's like at least you gave her that fair chance to choose what to do, like whether she wanted to stay or not. And I feel like personally, like, for, I don't know how men think, but talking to like some men or whatever, when a woman compromises too much on her boundaries, I feel like men lose respect and they start treating you,
I agree.
they start running all over you because they're like, oh, I can get away with this. Oh, I can cross that boundary. She not going to really stand on business with that boundary. So y'all
I
start
agree.
to lose a little bit of respect. And I'm like, for me, it's like, nah. Like,
Safari, what about you, gang?
Man, I think that women have a lot more power than they think.
I
Uh,
agree.
not trying to take away all the accountability from men, but just imagine like even just stepping into like hood guys that's all about the streets. Imagine if no woman was into them and none of them could get sex because they are about that life. Do you really think that that amount of men would still be about the streets if they can't get any pussy because they're about the streets? Do you really think if our woman was to withhold that golden nectar, these guys
Say it again, brother.
these
Preach.
guys wouldn't be about it.
That's what. Hey, I would die
I
on this hill. Being a bad man is incentivized in
right,
2024.
it
I don't give a
is.
fuck what nobody tell me.
Being a
You gonna
gunman,
put
being a
being
bad man, being a gangster, being about that life is incentivized because you get woman. I mean, you get money too and all that shit, but it's really the woman.
That's the reason why most men get money. It's for the woman. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure right now, if most men had the opportunity to sit on their ass and still
and
live a
be
decent
broke.
life, bro, they going to do that and choose to get the women. We do everything for women. So that's
Yeah.
why I want us to put an end to it, because it's like y'all have the power to say no. And the more time y'all accept and tolerate our bad behavior, that's what y'all going to get in return.
If
I don't.
And
our
I
vice
don't.
women only
versa.
wanted broke men, it would be a whole bunch more broke men. I mean, they already have a lot, but just
No
imagine
ambitions.
how
No
much more
goals.
would exist. That would be the goal. Like
For real,
Hey,
like, bro, I believe it. I believe
bro,
it. Dog.
bro, I come to the point. I had a conversation with a shorty. You know how like in the beginning stage they'll tell you about the last man. These
Yeah.
females telling me, oh, I used to do this for him. I did all this,
Ah,
he did nothing. And it's like I'm the
PTSD.
type of nigga when you
PTSD.
come around me, I'm paying for everything getting done. It's like you showed them niggas more love than you showed
Listen,
me.
I
So should
brought
I
it
be a
up.
broke nigga too? Like, you know what I mean?
Listen,
Should I not do as much as I'm doing now too to get it? Or do you not
I
just
got
like me like that?
but
PTSD.
You know what I mean?
to be fair now, going on the men's side, I feel like if men more so stood on business as well for certain some of the bullshit that women do, and it was
I
like
agree.
no attention given to the woman, completely like you just like trash, nobody gonna look at you that way. I also feel like they would act different. So like you said, with both sides standing on business, a lot of things could be fixed just from that standpoint.
I ain't
So
gonna
so
lie, Safari, these women are resilient. Because I'm at my point in my stage in life where I'm trying to deny it. Nah, I don't even think you on the same level as me. Da 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 da. I'm just trying to like stay away from these
That's
bitches.
another
Are
thing, bro.
resilient. They
Bro,
keep coming.
bro. Like I said, I ain't calling no names, but
Linda,
it got yeah, Linda. I've seen some Lindas, right, where a man will tell you, like, listen, and they don't give a fuck. They're gonna keep pursuing, keep trying to change you, keep trying to change you, keep trying to change you, and then when things get better, you try to cut them off and shit. Nah, you the devil.
mm,
Or if you decide to say, you know what it was, I told you what it was. You're the one deciding to come stay here and don't get mad at me later when I do exactly what I said I was gonna do.
you know
I
what? You
did
know
not I did not change up. I told you what it was from the jump. You caught feelings, and now you're upset with me, and now I'm a dog because I'm doing the same things that I told you I was gonna be doing.
you know what it is though. It's that's their way of just like agreeing to get to you, if that makes sense. So they agree to your circumstance to get to you, and then later on the feelings get involved, and then they can't take it no more. You know what I'm saying? So
And men
that's
do that.
usually what everybody do. You know?
Men did that too. Cause I've seen,
Yeah,
I
we
was
do that.
always seeing the argument like, oh yeah, you claim not to want like, okay, you like all the BBL or whatever the case. There's always a conversation about that kind of thing. Like, okay, you saying you don't like BBL and this, but this is all you liking on Instagram and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? So men do the same thing too, and then or they would like those type of things from a woman. You see her in the club, she being ratchet or whatever the case you want to be. You bag her, and then now
and then
is
you want her to change.
yeah,
Bro,
it now is you can't wear that junk.
bro,
You can't wear that.
can we be real? I don't know about y'all, but I like natural over BBL. But as a man, the man in me, that joint look good. I'm trying to fuck.
But no, but the thing is though, what I'm speaking on is once you get in the situation, you can't come back and tell them, "Hey, you can't be this no more." To certain extremes, I think there's some things that you may not. Okay, like you can't do stuff because you're not single no more. But certain things about this person, like if there was a person who liked to get drunk as shit and cut up sometimes, and that's what they like to do, you can't love that about them in the beginning, and then later on you try and
Hate
tell
that
them like,
about
"Hey,
them and change
you
it.
can't do this shit no more." You know what I'm saying? Like that's not fair. That's not fair either.
Well,
Yeah,
first, I think the biggest problem, right,
I agree.
is with men and women. We think we're each other's property. Nobody belongs to nobody. I don't belong to anybody. Nobody can tell me what to do. Now, when you build a bond and respect with somebody, there's things you choose naturally not to do. Like it's not I'm not about to tell a man how to be a man because at the end of the day I don't know how to be a man. So I'm not going to sit there and be like you can't do this, you can't do that. You're not my property. But if you love me, show me what you rather do. At the end of the day,
Mm.
that's the problem is women and men think they own each other and they can control each other. You can't control a soul. Like, and as soon as you get out of that mindset of trying to control somebody and tell them what to do, like if you want somebody to tell what to do, have kids. Like that's how I see it. Like you don't own nobody. So if we all got out of the mindset of feeling like we own somebody and we can control them, like just sit back, see what they rather do, and that'll tell you all you need to know.
I agree. I
Exactly.
like
I
that.
agree. But I got a question for you though, Bri.
Mhm.
So uh, like you said, you give them the opportunity to choose. Um, let's say you have. Would you consider control as if you have a boundary? Let's say for the no friends example, my no friends policy. Would you say that I'm trying to control, or you would say that's just one of my boundaries, and you get to choose whether or not you want to? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's
Be a
a
part of that or
boundary
not?
that I think it's a boundary you're setting for yourself, right? Like you don't want a
Right.
woman that has male friends, right? That's
Right.
just something that comes with a boundary you're choosing to set. Now, trying to tell somebody like you won't do this, you won't act like this, you
Oh
won't,
yeah. No. None of
especially
that.
when you met them like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think
Yeah.
it's more so for like we meet people and then we try to change them and tell them who to be and how to behave. And like for me it's like okay yeah there's certain boundaries I have and those are conversations to be had like hey I don't appreciate when people do this. Now I'm gonna look back and see how you go move about that, right? Like you tell me hey I don't like girls that have male friends. All right, now you sit back and you see how I move and operate after you told me the things you don't like. But when you
Okay.
start telling somebody what they can and can't do, then it becomes like now you're trying to control people and
Hmm.
have like ownership over people.
Right.
I
Right.
agree.
Fair enough. I agree. That's
Friendly.
all. That's all I do. You know what I mean? That's all we do in this lifetime. You feel me? Just gotta let them choose, gang. And if they choose to do the disrespectful thing or the thing that's not on your aligning with your boundaries, you gotta just let them go. And even if it hurt, just let them go.
It is what it is. Gotta be
It
able to
is what it
sacrifice
is.
sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Or you
Yeah.
might gotta sacrifice to stay in that motherfucker. But just know what you get yourself into, and consequence is consequence. Whether it is good, bad, a consequence is a consequence. You gotta accept the good with the bad, because at the end of the day, you did something. Whatever happens, happens. Is a consequence. You gotta just gotta
Sheesh.
deal with it or deep. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But anybody got any closing words?
Ah, I had fun
Uh,
though. I appreciate y'all
I
having me
I
on here.
I got some
Anytime.
close. I got some closing words.
What you want to say?
I'm controlling. I'm insecure. And I ain't. I'm just bullshitting. Nah. I feel like this is my closing word at the end of the day, man. Like I feel like everybody. I'm gonna backtrack everything we talked about. I feel like it all
All right,
boils down
almost.
to. My bad. I feel like it all
No, go
boils
ahead.
down to like just like having that communication, not being gullible. So even if a motherfucker say they your friend, test the water, see if they really your friend. You know what I mean? Don't just go hard for them for no reason. Go through some shit first. See, you know what I mean? Type shit. Then also I wanted to say that shit platonic friendships they do kind of exist, but they very rare. Know who you dealing with. Um, and then the last thing is my girl ain't dancing on no nigga when she in a relationship with me. So don't think you're gonna be doing single shit while you in a relationship with me. We not going for that. Cause I wouldn't do it to you. So let's be fair. But that's it.
Say less, say less. Well, thank you, Bree, for saying for you had fun. I'm glad you were able to have fun. Anytime you want to come back, if you have anything you want to talk about, you want a platform to be able to jump on, hey, you're more than welcome to come through. Just reach out, and we'll definitely have you for whatever. Like you seen, we talk real, we talk raw, It is what it is. Sometimes we change our mind in the pod. I don't give out so much of my real life. Like, I know, like, if my mother watch some of these episodes, that shit is like, damn, this is the shit my son was doing, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? But thank you guys for coming. Twan, give thanks for coming through, dog. And with that, this was a great episode. We're gonna check out next week for another banger.
Yup.
Peace.
Peace.